Guys, today we will learn further about body membrane. It is of three types. First is your mucous membrane, second is your serous membrane, and third is your synovial membrane. Firstly, we will discuss about mucous membrane. Now, it is a thick, viscous substance that secrete basically mucus, lubricating or protect associated organ. Now, what is lubricating do? It reduces the friction between the body and the organs and prevent it from collapsing and other things. Now, what is mucous membrane include? Example, oral and nasal cavities, tubes of respiratory, reproductive, urinary and digestive system. Secondly, we will discuss about the serous membrane. Serous membrane is your thin watery fluid, and now watery means that is viscous, or we can say that serous fluid. Second, it is also lubricant. Now it covers the thoracic and abdominal cavity. What is thoracic cavity? Let me show you. Now thoracic cavity is your this one, that is serous fluid is here itself only. Now serous membrane invaginated by viscera, that is divided, or we can say that interrupted. It is of two visceral layer adhering outer surface of organ. Secondly, parietal layer lining body cavity. Between these two layers, there is a fluid space which is filled by serous fluid, that is thin lubricating film. We can say that it's just like a jelly which reduces the friction between organ and body wall. Now, between this jelly, or we can say that in the jelly there is cavity present. This type of cavity is of three types: pleural membrane, pericardial and peritoneal cavity. Now pleural membrane is present in your lung, pericardial in your heart, and peritoneal cavity is present in your abdominal pelvic viscera. That is your largest cavity. Now I will show you where these three cavities lie. Now your pleural cavity is here and pericardial is here and your pelvic is just here. Where now we will discuss about the infection taking place in these three cavities. First, if infection is in lung, then we will call it as an pleuritic. If it is in heart, pericarditis. And if it is in your peritoneal cavity, then we can say that peritonitis. And if increased amount of serous fluid, then it is in pleural membrane, we call it as pleural effusion, and in pericardial we call it as pericardial effusion, and in this peritoneal we call this ascites. Now moving further, we will see idiopathic, that is we don't know what is the cause of disease identified, and iatrogenic is the disease that is caused due to the carelessness of a doctor. Now introduction to study of illness is our next topic, and in that we have first topic is your general disposition of body structure. First is your skin. Skin is the outermost covering of body superficie. It is made up of loose connective tissue and filled with a variable amount of fat in different regions. Blood vessels and veins, nerves is your third point. Fourth point, deep fascia, thin, tough, inelastic, fibrous membrane, deep to superficial and superficial nerves. Bones and joints. In between joints are there. In between two bones, we can say that if it is a bone and if it is also a bone, then in between joints are present. Just like if I am moving this, then it is a joint. Bone plus joint makes up the skeletal framework. Etiology is the disease that is caused by one or more factors. They may be genetic abnormalities, chemicals, infections. Fourth is your ionizing radiation, degeneration, physical trauma. Now pathogenesis. Degeneration leads to impaired functions. Metabolic abnormalities like phenylketonuria causes undesirable effects. Tumors are caused, just like in cancer, it is caused due to the increase in rapid cell division. Now we will see definition. Rate of cell production exceeds that normal cell destruction, causing a mass to develop. Abnormal immune mechanism, that is abnormal. It is maybe due to the normal immune protective mechanism may lead to undesirable. Now next thing, inflammation, that is tissue responsible to its damage is due to the trauma or invasion by microbes. Next thing, complications, that is spread of diseases involving surrounding structure. Second is your septicemia, and third is your metastasis. Now prognosis, forecast of probable course and outcome of diseases: benign tumor, good tumor, malignant, poor tumor. Now symptoms, that is abnormality or disorder described by a patient. Sign noted by doctor. Syndrome, that is sign plus symptom. Now I hope it's over, and if you like the video, please do subscribe and like my channel.